Mother of the bride tries to seduce the groom, but it backfires in her face. Hi, Charlotte. Huge fan. Love the new Reddit page and love reading the never-ending tea that my fellow potatoes have to offer. Now on to the tea that I am here to share. About a year ago, my 25 male best friend, 26 female, let's call her Kara, got married to her fiance, 26 male. Let's call him John. For a bit of background, Kara was an only child and grew up facing a lot of judgment from her mother. Her mother, Karen, was very vain and described herself as the best of the best. Karen would constantly compare herself to Kara and would judge her on her appearance, grades, achievements, etc. Kara, being the absolute queen she was, didn't let mother's constant judgment put her down in any way. She knew her goals and worked very hard in order to achieve them. Whenever Kara had a setback, her dad always was there to comfort and support her, while her mother scoffed and rolled her eyes. The mother of the bride sounds like an evil stepmother, but no, she's your mother. This behavior led Kara to slowly distance herself from her mother over the years, so that she wouldn't have to be bombarded with her mother's judgment. When we graduated and went to college, they rarely spoke unless it was during the holidays. Fast forward a couple of years and the pandemic hit. With social distancing regulations, my friend couldn't have been happier. Anybody miss social distancing? I still social distance. Stay the f away from me. Zoom out. If I can smell you, you're too close. Eventually, after restrictions loosened, me, Kara, and a few others went to a nice restaurant to chat and catch up. As dinner ended, the waiter informed us that the bill had been covered by someone else. We were all shocked and confused as to who paid our bill. Turns out it was my friend's coworker, John, who was there with his friends that night, and he noticed her. She collaborated with him on a project for the company and got to know him quite a bit. We thanked John for his kind gesture, and Kara actually exchanged numbers with him. Soon they began talking more and more frequently. They began dating almost a month after that dinner and really connected with each other. Like, this is like honestly very old Hollywood. It's only happened to me like a couple times in my life, but like when a guy or a group of guys send over a round of drinks from like across the bar, the waitress is like,
"These are from those guys over there."
And you like look over and they're like, and then sometimes they're cute. That's classy. I'm sorry, but like you got my attention. It has worked on me. If you see her out, send over a nice little martini or something. Or just like, no, you know what you do? You check to see what she's drinking, okay? Because maybe she's not drinking. You don't want to send over something that she doesn't like. You go and you ask the server and you're like, bestie,
what is that lady over there at the end of the bar drinking?
And they say, tell you. And then they come back to you and they tell you. And then you send over another round. And not only for her friends too. Classy.
Do I look like I'm made of money?
They began dating almost a month after that dinner and really connected with each other. They had shared common interests, rom-coms and animals. Ooh, a boy that likes rom-coms. Ooh, marry him immediately. And they grew closer and closer each day. When Kara introduced John to her family, everyone loved him, including her mother, which seemed quite odd considering she judged anyone or anything that came her way.
Uh-oh.
Karen seemed to be really interested in John and would interact with him whenever she got the chance. Ooh, cringe. Again, real fishy. Fortunately, Kara told John about Karen's constant judgment. There's nothing worse in this world than a jealous woman. Like, I'm telling you right now, jealous women will put your life in danger because they want a guy that you like, or, you know, they need male validation. They secretly have it out for you. They will literally try and it in your heart. Quoting Louis C.K., that is not my joke. But to have your mother be the jealous woman, that is like hell on earth. Kara and John would eventually get engaged. And when she broke the news to her mother, again, Karen was surprisingly thrilled.
Ooh, goody, goody, can't wait to ruin my daughter's life.
My friend invited me to be the man of honor, to which I gladly accepted. Throughout the wedding planning, Karen was very critical of Kara and the wedding as if it was her own. To Karen, it was either the color scheme was tacky, the seating chart was messed up, and the roles in the wedding were all wrong. Nothing ever seemed to be up to her standards. Even when Kara was trying on wedding dresses, her mom had something to say about each one. Kara at this point was barely tolerating Karen and was just so fed up. Karen commented on one dress, saying the dress would look better on her than Kara because it was meant for a much more appealing woman. Oh my God. You're not as appealing as you think, Karen. You sound kind of unappealing, honestly. You sound kind of yucky. Oh, hell no. I was fed up with her to the point that I asked her if anything appealing would ever come out of her mouth. off because me and everyone else were done listening to her bullcrap. She backed off finally after she received many death stares and side eyes from the wedding party. Even the people at the dress shop were side-eyeing Karen. My friend found a dress that looked absolutely amazing on her, and she knew it was the one. Karen protested, complaining about the dress, to which Cara just told her to shut up. See, with those kinds of people, it's like,
Don't you want me to be honest? Like, I'm just being honest.
you don't like anything. Fast forward to the wedding, everything's in place, and people begin to file in for the ceremony. Note that the color scheme for the wedding was ocean blue and turquoise. Karen shows up in a tight race car red dress. Okay, I think that you could probably wear red to a wedding if you wanted to, unless there's like some sort of subtext there. Is like, it's an obvious, right? Like if you don't really like know the bride and the groom or whatever, and like, or you know, you're friends with them, it's like nobody's gonna read into it, but I would read into that, especially because it's tight.
That's what she said.
Nobody notices, and for a while she disappears. 15 minutes before the ceremony, people are wondering where the groom is, when all of a sudden someone very loudly yells for help. Me, Cara's in-laws, Cara's dad rush over to where the noise is coming from. It was from behind a locked door. We get it unlocked and see Karen topless. How are you not embarrassed? She was trying to kiss John. He had called for help because Karen was chasing him around and trying to seduce him. I was shocked and gagged. The in-laws were disgusted and Cara's father was furious. Karen rushed to get reclothed while Cara's father was screaming at her, asking what in the hell was happening. I helped John back to the ceremony, and the in-laws called for security to get Karen removed. Well, long story short, she was removed while Cara's father yelled at Karen, calling her a cheater and saying that they were getting divorced. I mean, I probably would have divorced her before this point, to be honest, but like, okay, it's fine. Like, in general, the Karen in this story is like pretty sucky. Was she really beautiful or something? Like, honestly, yeah, maybe she's a beautiful woman or she was a beautiful woman, but like, who would want to be married to someone like this? The ceremony had finally begun. The groom had a smile on his face, and Cara's father had calmed down. The ceremony went well, and the reception was a blast. We partied, we ate, and we had the time of our lives. After the wedding, John and Cara's father explained to Cara what happened before the ceremony. By the time they were telling her, Karen had already moved in with a relative of hers. The venue had sent the father the security camera footage of poor John being chased by the topless banshee. Not a banshee, another banshee. Oh my God. Ban the banshees. Cara was livid. She called her mom and screamed at her for the constant judgment over the course of her life, calling her shameless and cruel. After that, Cara's father filed for divorce, kept the house while Karen a few personal items. Even with Karen's protests, there really wasn't much she could get due to the security cam footage. I honestly have a really funny image in my head. Like a beautiful but also aging woman running around, flopping about, dressed kind of like around her buttocks, chasing after a man that never wanted her. Ever since then, Cara cut her mother off, and John have lived happily in wedding bliss. They invited me and a few other people to celebrate a year of happiness and the downfall of a witch. She does sound like a witch. That's just like can't handle the fact that she's getting a little older. Like, that's really what this is about. Mother was probably really gorgeous when she was young, and she's really feeling almost like she needs to overcompensate for the fact that like she feels that getting older means that that's, you know, her worth kind of receding along with her hairline. But this is the thing about putting all of your worth into how you look. As soon as you start to lose that, you're gonna go nuts. Case in point. I'll tell you who does something like this. An insanely insecure mother who's jealous of her own daughter because this daughter is probably way more gorgeous than her, period. You should be proud that you made something like that. You know, she's got your genes. Beauty fades, but are forever.